Navigating the workplace as a young professional. Hello and welcome to Looking Past. I have a short video for you going over some tips that have helped me in the workplace. As a young person in the workplace, it can seem a daunting and intimidating place. It's a new environment and you're a small fish in a big pond. There are external pressures to progress and make more money, become successful and get promotions. But how do you get set on the right track at the workplace to succeed? I remember thinking this when I was in my first role. At university, I did a 4-year course where my third year was an internship. This was during COVID, so to get on an internship program was highly competitive. I remember applying for umpteen number of roles and being delighted when late on in my second year I secured a role. This was after many failed interviews, assessment centres and rejected CVs. My takeaway would be to use this as an experience and improve off the back of it. The only way to get better is by practicing. A week or so before I started my internship, thoughts began to kick in. How do I actually go about this? What do I do to start my career on the right track? On my first day, I started with another intern. He was as clueless as I was, and we were put in different teams who had different dynamics and functions, so I was on my own. What was I going to do? The first thing I would say is get to know your immediate team well. Build those relationships and connections. The workplace is built on relationships with people. The old saying it is who you know, not what you know. And to some extent I think this is correct. Although you need the technical skills to back it up as well. Find mentors. My second tip would be to find people who you look up to or aspire to be in the business. See how they conduct their meetings, treat each person, and conduct themselves in the workplace. In my first role, one of the managers I had during the year rotation was someone who I'll never forget. The way he treated me and wanted me to develop was above anyone else, second to none. These type of people are invaluable. They will champion you, but you've got to be willing to put the work in. I remember taking note of how he networked, interacted with internal staff and external clients. For a business case we were worked on, he did 90% of the work and I input into the economic and financial part of the case. When presenting to senior management, he made sure to credit me throughout and make sure people knew who I was. He gave me responsibility. I think you need that in order to grow both your skills and experience. A mentor who is not your manager is also a good thing. Try and connect with people in different parts of the business who give you a different perspective on things. They may be more impartial and give an honest reflection of a situation you are in. Use their experience and knowledge. I can't stress this enough. My next tip would be to ask for feedback. One thing I found is people are nice to you but won't give constructive feedback. They will always focus on a positive thing that you are doing. Sometimes you need to ask for how to improve and set up a more formal process of capturing feedback. For the first 3 months of the internship, I didn't receive any proper feedback as I wasn't asking for it. It was only after presenting to external clients that I approached my manager for some constructive feedback. Without initiating that and getting the ball rolling, I'd probably still be waiting for feedback to this day. So, as I say, don't expect these things to be a given. Sometimes you have to chase it. I'd also say, always go for something where you are constantly learning, both soft and hard skills. I work in finance, so I wanted to get chartership, but also build on the soft skills. The best way of doing this is simply just speaking to people, all types of people at different levels. I liked to go into the office often, so you meet different people. This also gives the opportunity to get to know people, but also get your face known around the office. This again is important, going back to the point about getting known in the workplace and really networking with all different types of colleagues. If you found this useful, please hit the subscribe button and see you in the next video.